Liverpool, comfortable victors last time out. And Mark, I think we probably expected that they were going to do a bit of business, having not done much last summer, but probably it's fair to say they've done more than what we thought.
Yeah, they have. I wasn't expecting Arne Slot to sort of be so bold in the window. They lost Alexander Arnold, so they've not replaced him in terms of like for like, but Florian Wirtz will probably get the same amount of assists that Alexander Arnold did, just from a different position. I thought Ekitike, saw him last season in the Europa League, looked exciting. He's not cheap, but I think that Liverpool were in a position where they didn't spend a lot of money last year. They were able to win the league, and it's sort of what Fergie used to say about, when you're on top, that's when you really should be going for it. I think that they're a very well-run club, and that's what the best tend to do. If you're a badly run club, you get yourself into a mess, and then you spend a load of money trying to recover. The best way to do it is to do it from a position of strength.
Salah's obviously signed a new contract, but you can't expect him at his age to churn out the kind of numbers he did last season for the next 2 or 3 years. So they've signed a couple of really exciting young forwards from the Bundesliga. And I think also, looking at Slot, we mentioned he didn't need to do much last summer. I think Jurgen Klopp left him a really kind of progressive squad. When you compare to kind of the end of the Ferguson era at United, and that squad he won his last title with, there was no sense of an end of an era when Klopp left.
Yeah, they have to be favourites. They set the bench. They're the bench setter, if you like, benchmark setter even. I think personally they're a touch too short though, and I think that they weren't as much better than the field last year than the league table suggested at the end. Yeah, they've done well in the transfer market, but a lot of things went their way. They didn't get key injuries. Salah will go away for a lot of games because the African nations this year starts before Christmas for the first time, so potential to miss more games than even in the usual African nations. And what we found with that tournament is players can sometimes come back and take a little bit of time to get back into their stride in domestic football. So how much of an effect that'll have on still their key player, we'll wait and see. So I think they're rightly favourites, but this is let's say a unique Premier League season, because I don't think we've had a title race as wide open as this for quite a while now. Yeah. We often get 2 teams going head to head, but you could get 3 or 4 in the race quite late on this season. It's entirely possible.